Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Bullshit Games. I am the Merc, and this is
Lich Lord.
And we are going to try to talk to you today about Infinity.
Yes, we have been having some technical difficulties. This is our third go at this.
Our equipment is not cooperating entirely. I don't know if it's too cold or what, but
Yes.
we're going to see if this works.
And we should mention that if there are glitches, we apologize for that, but it's doing it right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
This might be an indicator that we need to get
A better heater.
better equipment.
And installation.
Yeah, maybe stop making it look like we work out in a third world country. But anyway, we're going to talk to you guys about Infinity Day, because we played that, and it was fun, and it was great.
Do you want to start over? Or?
No, we're going to keep going.
Okay.
We're going to keep going. But anyway, we played 2 games of Infinity, because we haven't played it in a while, and we decided tonight we're going to dust out the terrain and the minis, and we're going to play a mini game that required more terrain than islands.
A mini game that was not Dystopian Wars.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah, we had to break out of that.
Yeah. We actually did play some War Machine.
We've been playing a little bit of War Machine, but we needed to break away from Dystopian Wars a little bit.
Yes.
So we played 2 starter box games for Infinity. It was the Aleph starter and the combined army starters.
Yes.
They were regular. They weren't either of the sectoral armies. So it was pretty even playing field, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I played the combined. He played the Aleph, right?
Which, I think if you guys remember, if you've watched us for a while, you'll know that I put up some images of my semi-finished Aleph. They're still semi-finished because college. Eat your soul.
Might have a primer coat. I'm terrible when it comes to painting. I know I need to paint my stuff, but this is one of those things where it's like,
a chance. Yeah.
But anyways, we should probably talk about the 2 separate armies we have. As I said, I had the combined starter set, which I'll give you just the separate models that I have, which was the Corintid, which was the lieutenant, the Datarazi, who's kind of like a hand-to-hand beast, and he does a lot of other pretty cool stuff. The Malignos, who's kind of jack of all trades. He has Infiltrate, and he has an Automatic Hit, and he has Camouflage, which makes him pretty good all around. He has a combi rifle, and he has a shotgun also. So he's kind of good in short range and long range. And I had 3 Morats, which are just kind of the basic line infantry of the combined.
I had an Azora. She is a heavy infantry. She was my lieutenant. She also had a level 3 multi-spectral visor. She had a multi-rifle. I had a Deva, who was a hacker. I had a Naga, who was my camo infiltrate guy. And he also had monofilament mines.
Yeah.
And I had 3 Dakini TACbots, who are pretty good for basic guys. I mean, they had Mimetism, which makes them a -3 to hit with shooting. I will say, mines are fantastic.
They're bad. They're so bad.
Monofilament mines are even worse. I mean, the way a monofilament mine works is it either blows up in a circular template or a teardrop template, and anything under that template, you make a roll. And if you roll 12 or less, it's dead.
Yeah. And me thinking, oh, well, it's a mine. Mines usually aren't that powerful in games like this. Walked my Corintid lieutenant right into it, and he got sliced into tiny little bits by monofilament lines.
If we did something horribly wrong with that, you Infinity players out there, let us know.
We may have. This is only our second game. If you've been watching,
this is only our second game playing with full rules.
Yes, and so I mean the rule. One thing I will say about this game is the rules are very complex. I don't think they're so complex that it's hard to play. I think it's really easy to get the basics.
Basic mechanics are really easy. It's bringing in all the other stuff.
Right, when you start bringing in stuff like camouflage and infiltration and mines and different levels of technology that you guys might have. It's not, I mean, really, when you think about it, it's not bad at all, because it probably only took us 10 minutes of reading through rules, making sure we had stuff right before we at least knew what our guys were doing. We still might have been doing something wrong. But I think for the most part we were right.
The nice thing about what I feel about the game is it treats you like a mature gamer. It doesn't give you training wheels and say, well, this is easy. Just do it this way.
Right.
Which I think some games do.
Yeah, and I'll also say that their internet site is awesome. I mean, they
have a free army builder.
Yeah, you got these right off the internet, which if you can
It's a free army
Free
builder.
army builder, which is pretty. It makes it easier for
And
starters.
the amazing thing about that for me is every unit on the free army builder, it links their equipment and their special abilities right to the Infinity Wiki, which tells you word for word out of the rulebook what that is.
Which, if we had Wi-Fi here in the bullshed, we'd be able to get right on that. But unfortunately,
we haven't gotten there yet. Well,
yeah, we still have a lot of work to do here. if you haven't noticed, but
I will say, I think the thing I like most about this game is it kind of rewards tactical thinking, being able to
definitely.
pick out fire lanes. I think I said this in the last video when we talked about Infinity. The other thing I like about this is it's really brutal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you make a mistake, you're probably going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. And there are times, too, when you will get a model into a position where it's very hard to get out of. Say, you get them behind some cover, but there are just people at, 3 angles where if you move one way, you're going to get 2, and another way, you're going to get 3, so you're just stuck there. It's like, well, I'm either going to have to make a really bold move, or I'm just going to have to sit here. If you make that bold move, the chances are you're probably going to get taken out. I mean,
it depends on what you're up against, but
right.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is some people that I've talked to in our other gaming group, when we talk about Infinity, they really worry about how strong the reactions are.
Yeah.
And I really think it does really benefit the active player, because when you have an HMG that's burst 5 and you're rolling 5 shooting dice, you can walk up in a fire lane and just mow people down. Yeah, they're going to get one shot back at you to try and stop you, but you're still putting a lot of firepower down.
And I would have to say that one of the things I really like about the arrows is even if you know you are in a position where you're going to get taken out, you still have that chance where you might be able to roll a critical, or you might be able to roll at least a hit where, okay, well, I'm going to die, but I might be able to take one of them with me if I do.
And the other thing you can always do with an arrow is you can always dodge and go prone. And if you go prone and you're behind cover, they can't shoot you anymore. I will say I'm really interested. I know I'm getting a couple of things. I picked up Ajax for my Aleph, which I can't wait to try him. It's going to be so different than the way I was playing tonight, because he's impetuous and he has a big, giant, explosive hammer. Though,
I had my Dr. Razi was impetuous. I have to say that it's actually a pretty cool ability, because you get pretty much not necessarily free activation, but you basically get a free order.
Yeah, you get a free order. I mean, you have to spend it to move towards the closest enemy model.
But it's still, I mean, you
can move and shoot or move in close combat or whatever.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I thought it was nice. I thought it gave you that extra little few inches before, I mean, if you could get close enough to get into hand-to-hand combat, because he's pretty much a hand-to-hand god. But I never got that close. He got taken out a lot. But
he was scary because he had coma, and that just sounds like it's a bad ability. Putting out a nanovirus? No, you're not allowed to do that.
That sounds awesome. Which I think, basically, if he kills one model, he can then release that.
You can choose to, yeah.
Which, if there's another model in a certain circumference...
It's an 8-inch range, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think it kills it outright, but I think it does quite a bit of damage.
It Sepesters attacks them, which I think allows you to take over the model.
Well, so that's even better.
Yeah, Which, if you'll notice, the game we played first, when I knew where your Detrazi was coming from, there was a lot of monofilament mines.
Yes, there definitely was.
Between him and I, there were lots of mines that would instantly kill him.
Yes.
Things I'm really interested to try in the game are, tags, the, armored gear units. I want to try airborne deployment guys that, parachute in off the board. There's so much with this game that it really feels like a good skirmish level.
Yes, definitely.
Integrated war game should.
And that's one thing that's nice. I mean, it might take, and that's one thing we should note, is that this game takes a ton of terrain. Yeah. We pretty much had everything out that we have here. There are a few things we didn't put out.
We might have been playing on a 4x4 or a 5x5.
Right.
I don't remember how wide the table is.
But I mean, I was just thinking in comparison to say playing a game of Warhammer Fantasy or something. I don't want to compare these. They're two very different games.
You should probably say 40K.
Or 40K.
At least there's guns in there.
Right. Is that, I mean, it takes I played Imperial Guard. It takes forever to set up an army line of Imperial Guard. Where, it might take a while to set up the terrain, but ultimately you only have really like 6 guys to set.
Yeah.
And there's really no other games that I know of. I'm sure there are some others that are such a solid skirmish game.
Mm-hmm.
I know one other I can think of is it's just like a Modern Warfare type of game, but I forget what it's called. I know you have
Force on Force.
Yeah, Force on Force. Which
there's the sci-fi one of that too. Tomorrow's War.
Yeah, which they're pretty cool. But
yeah, they're for more guys. I mean, they're for a lot. They're for it's like platoon level, I think.
Yeah. And it's cool. You can set up. I mean, even the last time we played with 3 guys, and have a really fun time playing a game.
I just like how rapid fire it is. I mean, it's very you're always engaged.
Yeah.
It was one of my biggest problems in other games is the not having a reaction system or some kind of system to keep the other player engaged in what's going on.
Yeah.
Because when you have to sit there for 20 minutes to a half hour and watch your army just get shot and all you're doing is making armor saves, that kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But that was our experience with Infinity tonight.
Yeah.
It was a good time. We rolled a lot of criticals.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I rolled a lot of criticals.
He did.
He not so much.
No, but I don't know if any of our viewers watch Infinity, and just tell us if it's common to get so many criticals in a game.
It was a lot of criticals.
It seems like it's not that common, but it was very common tonight.
It happened a lot tonight. It was pretty bad. If you guys play Infinity, let us know what you think of the game. Or if you don't play it, maybe why haven't you tried it?
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to be playing more of that pretty soon in the future.
Yeah. I think
it was a good time.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten over the stage with Spartan games where it's like, play this game.
Yeah.
We still love Dystopian Wars.
We're hitting that point where it's like, I want to play something else.
Yeah.
I love that, but I want to play something else.
Definitely.
So that's where I think we're at with mini gaming, and hopefully after Christmas we will have a better camera.
Yes.
And we might bring you guys battle reports.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be very good.
But that would also require us to clean the table off all the way.
We can do that. We are eventually, and I know we've said this before, we're eventually going to get this place looking a little bit nicer. It's just hard now because we have school.
It is hard with school. And then
jobs.
in the summertime we work.
Right. So it's like...
and when we get together, we want a game.
Right. It's like, let's work on this place. No, let's game.
But we will get it finished eventually. And we'll bring you guys some battle reports, hopefully.
Yeah, and also we'd like to do some board game unboxing and stuff like that.
And playthroughs, yeah.
And playthroughs. Yeah. And I think it'd be really cool to do a series of videos where we kind of do a tutorial of games. So if people are looking to play a game, we can
agree.
pretty much be like, hey, if you want to play that game.
But they should definitely be games we've played.
Yeah, and have mastered, not like...
Shouldn't be like tonight we're playing Infinity. It's like, hold on!
You play
I had to flip through the book. Yeah, there it is. Let me read the description. Okay. But I will say, I think in closing on Infinity, the way I feel after playing 2 games with full starters and not just regular guys who didn't have any abilities, it's really fun, and I really look forward to getting the rest of the elements, like hacking and guided missiles and tags and goofy shit like that in it, and playing it that way.
Definitely.
Anything else add?
I mean, and like I said, we apologize for any glitches that may have been in this video. It's just...
I don't think it'll be that bad.
I don't think... This one wasn't as... There are other videos we did where, straight up, 2 minutes of no movement, so...
Yeah.
But this one should be alright.
I think that's going to do it for us here in the pre-game... No.
Post-game.
Post-game. The post-game Infinity. We'll see you next time on Bullshit Games.